Hi, I'm Melissa, the owner and creator behind Mielo Abella Designs. And today I wanted to share how I used a round disc cutter to make washers and make earrings like these. So I hope you'll stay tuned and let's get started. All right, so I'm down here on the floor, which is where I like to do my punching, because when I hit it with the hammer, stuff tends to fall down off my table. So I've got my Pepe Tools disc cutter here, which is really awesome. And I have my 2-pound brass mallet, and I've got some 1mm pewter that I'm going to use to make my washers. So I'm going to start with my center punch. So I want my outside, I want my finished piece to be 7/8 inch. So I'm going to make my center 11/16 of an inch. So this, I'm going 2 down because I do want a little bit of an edge. So I'm just going to slide this in. And I'm going to leave enough space. I want to leave enough space to make sure, because my finished is going to be this big. So I need enough room there to cut that big. I'm just going to tighten that down really nicely where I want it. And I'm going to take my 7/8 inch punch here, and this has got a really nice sharp edge, and it's kind of got an angle. I don't know if you can see that. And I've got some loop here that came with this punch. So I'm going to just coat that on there and, oops, oh, wrong one. So I'm going to start with this one and just put the lube on there. Put that in, and I'm going to kind of turn it here so I can hold on to the edge. You don't want to hold on to here because you don't want to hammer your fingers. So I like to have a nice grip on it and hold it way off to the other side. And let's see if I can hit the punch here. It's always the question. And there you go. 1 punch. It's 2, but I missed it. You lift this off, and here's your nice piece that we'll put over here and use for a project some other time. So now I'm going to show you how to do the outside. And this is really cool because my old cutter that was not nearly as nice as this, I had to eyeball it, and if you've ever tried to do that, you know how difficult it is. But I'm gonna eyeball it a little bit here and kind of just tighten this down, not all the way, but just a little. And then I'm going to take my 7/8. Let's see if that's. Let me find it. Here it is. So this is the cool thing about this disc cutter, is it comes with these centering dies, and so you get your centering dies. No matter what size hole you've cut, it's going to fit right in there. And this is going to fit inside. It's the same size as this hole, So I just kind of move this around, make sure it's really nice in there, and then tighten it all the way in. Tighten that all the way down. And you pull that out, kind of, I know you can see the top of my head, but kind of looking at it here to see. And then I'm going to take my 7/8 and do the same thing. I'm going to put some lube on there around the edge. Put that in there. I'm going to turn it this way. Get a nice, line it up. Let's see what happens. Lift that up. And there is the washer. So what's great about this is you're gonna do, if you wanna do multiple, you're gonna get it in the same place every time. And you don't have to worry about, you know, things being off center or not looking the same. So what if you do want it off center? I have tried that too, because a lot of the time I like to do things that are not, make washes that are not quite centered. So I'm going to do one that's off center. I think I want to do that one, make that one 1 inch in diameter, the outside, and so I'm going to make my inside hole, I think I'm going to go with 3/4. So with this, I kind of like to, let's put it over here in my 1 inch, and I'm gonna do this off center. So I'm eyeballing it, and I like to have my punch where I want it closest to the top toward me. That makes sense. I'm not sure. Hope that makes sense. I'm basically going to do the same thing. This is my 13. So yeah, so I think this is better. So I'm going to pull this, press this to the edge. And now get my 1 inch cutter, punch. Put that in there. Again, I'm going to turn it. Okay, this is a little harder. And there you have your off-center washer. So here are the finished washers. All I did so far with them is just kind of wipe off some of the lube. Haven't done any polishing or anything to these yet. And here are a couple that I did with some 24 gauge copper. And here are just a couple more things that I did using these washers, stretching them out, making them into oval shapes. These would be the center. I started with center washers, and then these are the off-center washers. And these are center washers. You see that you can just pull them out, make them all kinds of shapes. And next time, I think I'm gonna do a square. I think that's what I'm gonna do with these, is I think I'm gonna try to turn a circle into a square. So I hope you stay tuned for that because I'm excited. Thanks for watching.